everybody, my name is Jo and I love to read. Today we're going to be starting another episode of this series, reading the earliest added book to my wish list. Today's book I'm really excited to purchase, using it as a bit of motivation. I have some tidying to do. My reward for tidying up will be purchasing this book. The book is The Lies of Lamora by Lynch. You can probably tell from the title. Anyways, I really hope I enjoy this. I really hope that I can find a floppy paperback. That'd be nice, or a big paperback. I got the puzzle. Let's give it an open. Yeah, you can see. Yeah. The Lies of Lamora. Isn't it beautiful?
I love it.
Yeah. This is my next book in reading the oldest books on my TBR, and I'm actually really excited about this. I know that I mentioned recently in a unrelated vlog that I was not excited to read this book, but I'm actually feeling like in the mood, so it might be something that I pick up fairly soon. And it's not too thick for a fantasy book as well, like not as thick as what I usually read. I know that the series is not finished, but I don't really care. That doesn't bother me. If anything, I find it exciting to catch up, and maybe I'm in with the hype when the next book gets released, if it does. Hey guys, I am reading this finally. It's been a little bit difficult to get into, so I'm up to page 6, right at the very start, and the writing is a bit convoluted at some point. Lynch does have a certain talent with words, but I find it difficult if the writing is overly complicated. It's hard for me to keep all the pieces in my head at the same time, and so it makes it really difficult for me to read and thus understand and want to enjoy. But I think as we start getting more into the story, it's going to be less purple prose. So I'm adjusting slowly, and I think he's getting a bit more into the action of it and not so much the flowery language. Hopefully, as I continue to read, it's going to get better. Also, it's my birthday today. I turned 31, and I'm having a lovely day by myself. Both kids are at daycare, Daniel's at work, and I'm having a really good time, though my day is coming to an end, sadly. And soon life will continue over again, and I'm going back to work next week. But yeah, this has been really nice, and I'm hopefully going to read a couple more pages of this before I do something else. Hey guys, I'm getting a bit emotional in this part. I'm up to page 28, so still not very far through, but I wanted to carve out a bit of time tonight to read it before going to bed. I feel emotional because of the circumstance that Locke's in. This is reminding me a lot of Assassin's Apprentice. Obviously, I don't know how much it's going to be similar because I haven't read the book yet, but they're both orphan boys that have been dealt a rough hand in life in a rough world, and they're just trying to make the best of it. I just feel so much for Locke because he doesn't know that he's doing anything wrong, or I guess he sort of does, because the thief master was telling him that he was not good at, or he wasn't being, they say circumspect, but he wasn't being subtle enough in his stealing. And again, this is not a spoiler because it's at the very, very beginning of the book. I don't know if I've mentioned before, but I won't talk spoilers in this vlog because this series that I'm doing is spoiler free, so everybody can watch the videos. He's just doing his best to be a thief, and he's good at it, but he enjoys the theatrics of it. But the kind of thieving that the thief master does, he's not a part of that, which is why he has sold him to the eyeless priest, who his thievery is more about deception than being quick. I've never really thought about the difference in different thieveries. I'm excited to see where the book goes, but I'm also just feeling really sad for Locke. I really just want him to find a place that values him and to find himself some family, because he's just all alone and he's just a little boy. God damn it, if stories about young boys that are alone, they get me. I don't know whether it's just because I'm a mum or because I'm a mum to 2 boys. It just like, they pull at my heartstrings. My brother-in-law's visiting on the weekend for my birthday. This is one of his favourite books. I told him that I was reading it finally, and he's very excited. Hey guys, up to page 42. I really need the book to start getting to the point, but starting to, the book needs to explain what we're doing and what the plot is, other than just going on fun heists, because I'm getting a bit bored and I need a bit more of a point to it. And I read the back as well to see if that would help illuminate me, but it just says, the capricious, colourful underworld of the ancient city of Camor is the only home they've ever known. But now a clandestine war is threatening to tear it apart. Caught up in a murderous game, Locke and his friends are suddenly struggling just to stay alive. Which to me, that's too vague. It tells me nothing. Like what? I don't... So I'm hoping that's some interest. Or like I have been interested. Probably as well because I haven't had a lot of time to actually sit and read, that it feels like it's being really drawn out. So I still feel like page 42, like come on, where's the plot? Like what is happening? Are we just doing a day in the life? But I need a bit more. Hey guys, I can't remember when I last updated you, but I'm up to page 68 and I'm gonna give it to about 100 and then I may DNF it. I am really struggling to care about this current con. We're spending a lot of time setting up this heist and we're spending a lot of time on description of the world, and we boat up the river on a barge and then we boat down it and we set up the con. It feels like the start really needed to have a good edit, in my opinion. Some people I've heard are hooked from the beginning, so it's probably just not my taste, but if it was for my taste, then they would quicken up the con. But the other thing is, I don't have a reason to care about this con yet. I cared about the flashbacks because that was, is little orphan boy gonna survive? But right now, orphan boy's grown up, he's successful at being a con man, we're starting out of the con, but why are we doing it? Are we running out of money? Do we not have food? Are we trying to get some prize that is an heirloom or to save someone or what? We have no reason right now to care. And it's not interesting enough because it's very slow for me to just be entertained by the action without a care factor. This was supposed to be my interesting book that gets me to read quickly because I've had a lot of DNFs and it's just not being that way. So we'll see how we go. I'll check in with you guys later. I'm up to page 86 now, so I didn't get to page 100, but I am enjoying it a lot. Fairly a lot now, actually. I've been thinking about it pretty regularly today and yesterday after I finished reading the part that I did, though I didn't get any more time to continue reading it. Now that I know what the actual con is about, I'm a lot more interested and I'm keen to see whether the person that Locke's conning, or Locke and Jean, or the gentleman bastards are conning, whether he's going to fall for it and how that's all going to play out. So even though we don't really have a reason to care about it right now, I still don't know for whatever reason he's doing it aside from financial gain, but I am interested to see if the dude falls for it now. So that's really good, and I'm going to keep reading this and hopefully I'm just going to be breezing through it now. Hey guys, I am back with some disappointing news. I am DNFing it. I'm sorry. This is the most, I was going to say the worst, but it's actually been a lot of fun. This is the most unexpected run. I never thought when I started this series of videos that I was going to have so many DNFs. I do feel like this is unlucky. The run of DNFs of the YA books before this makes sense because I don't read YA anymore. I did not reach page 100 and I am not making myself. Spent the week thinking that I was too busy to read, and then we go out this evening as a family and I want to go to Big W and I wanted to buy some books, and then I so would have come home and started reading those books and magically have found the time, and then just said to myself, if you don't start reading right now, you are DNFing this book. Do it or not. And so I picked it up. I got a page and a half in and I just went, I cannot. It is just too boring. It is too much purple prose that is not interesting, that has got nothing to do with the story. We don't have a reason to care about the story at this point. I still don't understand why Locke is doing this con, aside from the fact that he's just doing a con to make money. I would have loved to have seen his ascension from that little boy who I was very much invested in, and actually have been with him as he works up to making the gentleman bastards. But we do not get to see that. We do not. That is just backstory.
and now we're doing this con and I just don't care. I've read a lot of 1-star reviews on Goodreads. They fed my soul. It was really nice. And a lot of them seem to say the same thing that I do. It's going to be the end of this vlog. I am really, really keen to see what is going to be the next book. I'll put that clip at the end of this one of me revealing it in the next video, so you can find out whether you want to stick around for that as well or just stick around anyways. But I would love for you guys to answer a question for me if you made it this far. Thank you so much. Do you think I'm going to DNF my next book, or do you think it's going to be successful? Thank you guys so much for checking out my channel. Please do not hesitate to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye! I am guessing that it's going to be the autobiography of Billie Piper. I think her most famous role is being the companion to the rebooted Doctor Who, Rose Tyler. Oh, I'm right. Yep. Growing Pains by Billie Piper.